Namaskar. Today's news. Follow this 7-minute workout that can help quieten the anxious mind, calm movement. The body is an unstable place, whether it's politics or your career. The ground is constantly shifting, and if the world feels unstable long enough, your mind and body can enter a perpetual state of high alert. The psychological experience of this anxiety can result in physical symptoms, a racing heart rate, high blood pressure, and shallow breathing. For example, and while some tools like cognitive behavioral therapy can be useful for treating the mind, there are others that start with the body and help the mind to follow. Strengthening the connection between the body and the mind is two-way street. Said Veetam, a clinical professor of psychology and director of the Center for Mindfulness at the University of California, US. Just as your thoughts can influence your body, moving your body can influence your thoughts, just like reverse engineering your mindfulness, she added. In recent years, a small but growing number of fitness and mental health professionals have tried to find specific movements that can lower stress level on demand, unlike conventional workouts. The goal isn't get your heart rate up, but down, allowing you to emerge feeling emotionally stronger and more resilient. Regardless of your fitness level, anti-anxiety routine can go by many names: somatic movement, embodied exercise, or even yoga therapy, but generally fall under the umbrella of mindful movement. Here is a 7-minute workout of fundamental calm, inducing movements to add to your mental health toolkit. Overview: time 7 minutes, intensity is low. What you will need: a medicine ball or pillow, a short playlist of your favorite songs. How often this workout can be done as a stand-alone routine or as a complement to your regular exercise regimen. Set an alarm to do it the same time every day, or turn to it whenever you are feeling anxious. Just for you, consider this as a starting point. The exercises can be mixed and matched, and they can also be helpful individually. If you find some moves are more effective than others, don't hesitate to drop those that aren't working for you. The exercises can be done standing or using chair for extra stability. If you are unable to squat, you can simply reach forward and up with your arms. Warm up, breathe deeply. Begin with slow, deep breathing, placing one hand on your heart and another on your belly. As you inhale through your nose, your belly should expand. As you exhale through your mouth, it should deflate. Repeat 3 times. Why this helps? Some experts say deep breathing, in which your belly expands on the inhale, also called diaphragmatic breathing, can help activate your body's parasympathetic nervous system, slowing down your heart rate. Push and pull. Start with your hands in front of your chest and inhale through your nose. As you exhale through your mouth, press your palms away. Make fists and inhale. Inhale, pulling your arms back toward your chest. While doing this exercise, think about pushing away stress and pulling in calm. Repeat 3 times. Why this helps for some physically acting out a desired emotional state, say calm and steadiness, can encourage your brain to experience it. Wheaton said your brain is not only sending out signals to the rest of your body, she said it's receiving signals from your. Shake it out, gently shake and wiggle, moving from your knee. Wiggle, moving from your head down to your feet. Move at whatever intensity and speed feels good. While this helps, movement therapists often find shaking helps to settle people's minds by discharging pent-up jitters. Build intensity. Rock from side to side. Plant your feet on the ground and gently bend your knees, relaxing your shoulders. Begin rocking at the pace of your thoughts. For instance, if your mind is racing or rocking quickly, then slow down your body as a way to slow your mind. Why this helps? Rocking can soothe the nervous system by creating a sense of predictable rhythm and steadiness. Dance, party for one. Cue up a favorite song and dance at moderate intensity until it ends. Why this helps? Dancing or moving rhythmically has been found to help release of mood boosting chemicals such as dopamine and endorphins. Move your hips, twist, floss or hula for 30 to 60 seconds. While this helps, stress can create tight hips and gently moving them helps to release tension, which can help your whole body feel more relaxed. Medicine ball throw. Grab a light weight medicine ball or pillow and start with your legs hip width apart gently. Bending your knees slowly, bring the ball over your head, then swing your arms to your legs and slam it down on the floor. This can also be done seated. Consider letting out a grunt or shout during the slam. Repeat 1 to 3 times. Why this helps? Physically expressing whatever intense emotions you are feeling can be effective in letting them go. Squat in upward, arm reach, slowly squat as you stand back up, reach your arms up into the air, focusing on the feeling of taking up space. While this helps, squatting can help create a sense of stability, which can lead feeling more grounded emotionally. This can be helpful if an anxiety makes you feel disconnected from your environment. Cool down, sighs of relief, and give yourself a hug. Breathe in through your nose, and as you exhale, let out a sigh. Repeat 3 to 6 times, allowing the sigh to lengthen and deepen each time. Then wrap your arms around your torso and hold for at least 10 seconds. While this helps, sighing can help to induce calm by increasing your oxygen intake and lowering your heart rate. Similarly to diaphragmatic breathing, self-embrace can create a sense of personal safety and security. Spring onions, freshness and South Korea's protest. Food fables. History might call it the spring onion revolt. South Korean resident Yoon Suk Yeol's crisis crystallized after a recent supermarket appearance where he said the price of 875 won for a bunch of spring onion was reasonable. Korean noted this was a just temporary discount at their supermarkets per day. Supermarkets supported by subsidies. The real market price was between 3,000 and 4,000 won. Yoon appeared out of touch and duplicious. Protesters waved spring onions, their long green leaves, with rebuke to the president, which party lost its parliamentary majority, precipitating a political confrontation in which the president declared martial law on December 3. 6 hours later, massive protest and a parliamentary vote forces Yoon into a humiliating reversal. The vegetables most associated with Korean cuisines are cabbage used for their iconic fermented kimchi or medicinal plants like ginseng and mugwort, but spring onions are valued too. Their mild pungency and green freshness putting them in both herb and vegetable calories. They are fermented into pak kimchi and fried in Daejeon pancakes. In eating Korea, Graham Holiday's exploration of the cuisine He describes old women selling spring onions by the roadside. These women were widows and selling what they could grow was their way to supplement any meager savings they might have along with a partly state pension. Spring onions grow easily, as William noted in his poem. To be hungry is to be great. He describes this small yellow grass onion, spring first green, which when fried are inclined to be a little slimy if well cooked and served hot on rye bread is to bear a perfect appetizer, and the best part of it is they grow everywhere. The 8th century Chinese poet Liu Fu also linked them to drinking with an old friend. You sent them off to fetch the wine jar or and pull spring onions in the rain, or cook them now with your yellow meat, saying, well, we so rarely meet, fill my wine cup 10 times over. Whenever people have grown onions, they have released the young bulbs with their long green stalks. This was usually a seasonal trait, but in Eastern Asia, they are valued in themselves and combined with ginger and garlic as a basic flavoring. Other variants are grown like Welsh onion, Chinese onion, and three onions, and have been crossbred for more variants to ensure continuous supply. This explains their variations from fat white bulbs to thin stalks ends, and from eye-watering pungency to mild savoriness. In Catalonia, a special variety called Calcots is grown with earth heaped up the stalks to ensure a longer white part. These are grilled and enjoyed with wine. What is really confusing is their different names with scallions, spring onions, and green onions used almost interchangeably and sometimes in the same cookbook. Outside Korea and Catalonia, they tend to appear as flavorings, garnishes, or salad ingredients. This diffuse their value, making them seem more of a supplementary ingredient rather than a main one. Indian cuisines, some of which are averse to onions of any kind, really stipulate them. Home usage is probably higher than it seems, with recipes like a Kashmiri one for spring onions cooked with eggs, or a Konkani one where they are cooked with dried prawns. Many recipes for cooked greens derive extra flavor from spring onions. Chopping shaku potatoes in his outstanding recently installed book, The Kitchen of Marwara, gives a recipe rooted in that region's soil. One of the main growing areas for India's onions and the delicate onion seedlings are replanted in fields. Some are found to be only partly grown. Instead of being discarded, these are collected and cooked for a dish with a unique taste. birth to many more leaves. It is a tribute to the special powers of spring onions that South Koreans growing potatoes could embrace. Are you listening? Yes, from the Economic Times, tectonic. The country's geospatial market is set for explosive growth, fueled by technological innovations and increasing demand across key sectors. Mapping New India. India's geospatial market is forecast to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 16.5% to reach 25,000 crore rupees by 2025. Said India Geospatial Market Outlook 2024. A knowledge paper published by Geospatial World recently. In 2023, the market was valued about 18,000 crore rupees. Initiatives like the Smart Cities Mission, PM Gati Shakti, Deep Ocean Mission, and the push for precision agriculture have heightened the demand for location-based analytics, satellite imagery, and real-time data, propelling the industry forward. The paper by Geospatial World, an organization that advocates for technologies and organizations working in the said the paper forecasts that the domestic market will expand significantly, driven by increased adoption of geospatial technologies across industries such as agriculture, urban development, logistics, and defense. The paper identifies the Indian companies driving the investment surge in the geospatial industry as Skyroot, Pixel, Agnico, Satshore, Skylark, Drone, IdeaForce, and GalaxI. Between 2019 and the second quarter of 2024, more than $1 billion was cumulatively invested in 126 unique companies by 176 investors, reflecting a dynamic and growing market. However, both the number of investments and the total amount invested have experienced fluctuations during this period. The peak occurred in 2022 when total investments surged to $355 million across 40 deals. This period saw large funding rounds as companies moved from early stage innovation to commercialization and scaling up. The 2023 and 2024 reflected a cooling period with investments falling to $327 million in 2023 and $225 million by mid-2024, driven by consolidation in the industry and more selective capital allocation by investors. The number of deals also decreased to 30 and 22 respectively, indicating a phase of maturation where established companies began dominating the landscape. Space explorers above ground level. With improvements in technological capacity, India is likely to increase their share in international geospatial services, aided by growing collaborations with global space agencies and private firms. Cloud powers India's digital leap. Business are leveraging digital technologies, particularly AI, with cloud migration. Around the world, Trump's Paris visit turns Notre Dame reopening into diplomatic high point. Paris Paris with Donald Trump, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and dozens of other world leaders in town on Saturday for the reopening of Notre Dame Cathedral. Emmanuel Macron had succeeded in making Paris the capital of international diplomacy for the day. President-elect Trump earlier landed in Paris on his first international trip since his election win, joined later by Zelensky, with both men preparing for a day of intense diplomacy before attending the reopening ceremony from 1800 GMT for the Notre Dame Cathedral restored after the 2019 fire. With some 40 heads of state and government expected in the French capital, the event provides a unique chance for leaders to brush shoulders with Trump before the tycoon-turned-politician takes office in January. Trump arrived at Orly Airport in the south of Paris aboard a private plane just before 700 GMT. Sudden airport source asking not to be named. He is to hold talks at it. A rewarding experience